Alright, so movement. Essentially, I'm just gonna go over B hopping. When you're jumping, you can just hold jump and you'll keep going the same way with the same amount of speed. When you're in the air, there is something called strafing. When you strafe, you hold either A or D, depending on which direction you want to go. You hold A to go left, and to actually turn left, you want to move your mouse to the left as well. So holding A and turning left, you strafe left. Holding D and turning right, you strafe right. Important things to note: when you're mid-air, pressing S will stop your momentum completely. And if you press W, you won't be able to turn normally, then you would have to go weird around. So holding W in this is just not worth it. It is pretty much the same exact as B hopping. You don't need to be holding shift when you're in the air. If you don't hold shift, you will end up bumping into these guys. If you run them over, if you hold shift, you run them over. And they also give a short speed boost of about, it's either 1 or 1.5 units, I don't really remember. But it's slightly useful. Then we have boosting. How boosts work is that items the players can move by like walking on them gets flung. You can just see it by like the plank and the barrel over there. But basically, yeah, plank gets flung. So if you place a plank right on the edge of an item, I'm gonna use the trash can over here, not can, but the dumpster. If you place it on the edge of an item and then you walk over it, it'll get flung down and fling you forwards, so you get the speed that the plank has. And all you need to do afterwards is just holding space to keep the momentum going. So you just walk over it, and once you've gotten flung, you hold space, preferably before you leave or before you touch the ground. You want to start holding space to keep the most momentum as possible. Same as with the car, you also put it on the edge of the item or the edge of the car with the plank. I like to point right here so it gets more aligned with the car. The more aligned an item is with the object, the better chance you have of getting more speed. The car has like a slight invisible hitbox out, so you want to place it right on the invisible hitbox. Then you walk over and hold space afterwards to get a lot of speed. Now, store boosting is a bit different. In the current speedruns, we use the rockets and the ammo pack. It is practically the same, except you just have to jump to get up onto them. When you're up here, you just run over them. So just run and hold W. Then you can put space afterwards to keep your momentum to Grandpa's place or stand and stand. It works the same with this or with the cruise. You just jump up to it and then hold W and you'll gain a ton of speed. That's the most consistent way I've gotten the store boosts. Barrel boosting. This is a bit tricky and a bit difficult. Once you're on it, you want to press W, and then almost right after you want to press space, because the barrel has a tendency of flinging you into the ground. Sometimes I also just press space way too early. This is probably the one I'm almost the least consistent at. That was one boost. But that's how barrel boosting works. So you just get on it, hold W, and press space right after. It is a bit inconsistent, at least right now. For the world record, you do the exact same, but you just hold the barrel meanwhile. So W and space, and then you get a ton of speed. And it's the same way back.